Good morning. Welcome to Monday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. Happy Labor Day, everyone. A couple of nice deep breaths, just right off the bat. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowing everything way down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more for good measure. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And it just felt like it was very important that we start off by slowing everything down for a couple of reasons. One is, good morning, Abigail. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. One is, it's a holiday. Good morning, Nancy. We missed you yesterday on, I wanted to say Common Ground Conversations. No, on Unity Cafe. So next Unity Cafe will be October 5th for those of you who like to keep track in your calendars. So for one thing, it's a holiday. And to me, holidays are meant to be slowed down for and enjoyed, not rushing through like maniacs. Oh my God, I gotta take the potato salad here, and oh my God, I gotta go to that, and now we gotta run over here. That's not my idea of a good holiday. My idea, actually, of a good holiday is what we're going to do today, which is go to the cemetery. And I want to walk around. I love looking at headstones. There's such amazing history there, and such amazing craftspersonship on those headstones. Yeah. People are like, you like walking around a cemetery? I'm like, absolutely. Absolutely. They are such, and they're quiet, and they have old growth trees, and yeah, can't say enough for walking around a cemetery. So that's one reason I thought it was important for us to slow down, and the universe guided me to do the breaths right off the bat, and we're going to go back and do some more. So those of you who are popping on a little later, you're going to get your breaths too. Two is, when we slow down, we pay much more attention to things. We appreciate things much more. I remember when I was younger, though, when someone was a slow talker, good morning, Barb, glad you're here, I was impatient with that. I was like, hurry up, talk faster, let's go. Yes, cemeteries are amazing places. So, we're going to practice this morning, being slow, taking it slow. Breathing. Yes, cemeteries are very peaceful. And the history there is amazing. I was wandering around, this was years ago, one of the cemeteries in Appleton, and came across McCarthy's grave. A couple of you just shot past me. Good morning to you. Beth. There's Beth. And some of you may roll again. We'll see, because it seems to like to have some of you roll multiple times. So yeah, and today's card is an interesting card. When it popped up, hello Barb, when it popped up, I thought to myself, now this is the third or fourth time where this particular kind of message has popped up. So I feel like we're opening up a new realm to consider. Certainly over the past, 12 years I've been doing this, something like that. This kind of commentary has arisen, but I'm noticing now it's like multiple times a week in different cards with different titles. Well, first I have to tell you, you should see how beautiful I am today. I am sitting here in my yoga clothes because Bobby decided she's doing a yoga class today anyway because she had nothing else going on. And I'm like, hey, I'm in. But my legs are hurting from all the walking I've been doing, so I have my suppos on. So you should see how pretty this is. This is really, yeah. And my fuzzy slippers. So yeah, I'm a vision of beauty to behold. So back to where I was. Yeah, if you're on your early morning intuitive guidance, you have to be willing to kind of travel through multiple storylines, and they usually come together at the end. Once in a while I will remember after the fact, oh yeah, I didn't finish that up, but oh well. So our card for today, this theme seems to be coming to the fore. So let us all pay attention, extra attention today to this theme. There's a word in the reading that seems to be popping up. Yeah, classy. Wait, give me a decade or two and I'll be willing to go out in public like this. Yeah, my version of the pajama pants, I guess. Anywho, comfort is important. Healthcare is important, right? So, the word is solitude, and the card is companionship. And again, I'd like us to hear this card from the perspective, from a multidimensional perspective. In other words, these things can coexist. These things can coexist. We are rapidly moving away from either or. And the people who are still feeling very 3D, good morning, Joniel, are going to have a hard time with this, because we're going to be putting the and in all of this stuff. Solitude and companionship. But I think it really speaks to that aloneness right now, and the solitude, your opportunities for solitude right now. Because that is in service of all the rest, the group, the companionship, the community, and to create a community where both solitude and companionship co-occur. How fabulous is that? So, Wild Offering deck from Tosha Silver. Have you ever noticed too how the universe kind of has a run on a particular card deck for a period of time? Then it goes away for a while, then it pops back up. So, little tapping. Good morning, Diane. Little breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and slowing this last one way down, in through the nose, hold, and out. And you can keep tapping if you like. You can keep breathing deeply if you like. Moving on to our card, companionship. I used to have a friend who'd do the doodle things like that. I always was fascinated by that. How do you decide what you're going to put next? So, companionship. Listen with the intuitive part of yourself that knows what's in here that's meant for you. I think I said good morning, Abigail. If I did not, good morning, Abigail. There we go. Companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. Izzy says hi too. Hello to Izzy. No, we haven't had the Pilgrim cards, and I saw that deck because it was the, good morning, Gwen, glad you're here. It was the deck right below the Wild Kuan Yin deck, which we hadn't had in forever either. And I'm also aware that we haven't had a series of Wild Kuan Yin. We just had that one card about the falcon. So interesting things unfolding here. Let's just be curious and pay attention to what comes up next and go with it. So the companionship card. Again, the word is solitude that stands out for me. So let me read that last sentence. May I welcome this solitude, knowing that it will open the way for all healthy relationships. And why might that be? What do we do when we're in solitude? We oftentimes go within. We get to know ourselves. Are we not a better companion when we intimately know ourselves? I would say yes. So when you're in a time of aloneness, you don't necessarily have to view it as loneliness. You can look at it as divine right timing and order, that this is a time for you to go within to get to know yourself better. Then when it's time, when you are connecting with others, you're going to, I think, have greater discernment about who people are, what resonates for you in a particular person, what might not resonate for you in a particular person, because there are those people who are initially very appealing, either because they're funny, or they're good at drawing people in, or they're highly attractive physically, or whatever it is that initially draws you to them. But after you get to know them for a while, you kind of go, not so much. Whether they're very shallow, or they have some habitual ways of treating others that aren't so great, or whatever it is. And then oftentimes we're hopefully discerning enough to say, I bless you on your way. You and I aren't going to walk a path together, but I bless you on your way. So that's our card for today, companionship. Some of you may have busy days today and have opportunity to be companions with many different people. Some of us are going to have quieter days and maybe have companionship with one or two people. Whatever it is for you today, spend some time thinking about that idea of solitude and how solitude allows you opportunity to become a greater companion. If you have thoughts on that, put them in the feed. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. But I've just been noticing that the solitude messages and the companionship messages have been popping up. Quite a few of them from Tosha Silver, both in the card deck and in the book. But that's what I'm opening to. So again, there's useful information in that. I wonder what I meant to learn from that right now, right? And that the same message, this companionship message, received at a different point in your life, could mean an entirely different thing. So I just love how what needs to arrive arrives in divine right timing and divine right order. So have an awesome Labor Day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.